What's going on, guys? I wanted to jump in today, and as you know, I've been MDI for a couple of weeks now, and I wanted to give you guys a little review on the InPen that I've been using. Actually, it's not really a review, this is more of an instructional video. So this is the InPen, created by Companion Medical, and no, it is not sponsored by them because I wanted to make sure this is an unbiased video series, right? So everything is my own words, and I'm going to tell you how you can change out the cartridges. So you can see that there. If it focuses, boop. Come on, focus, focus, focus. There we go. So you need cartridges if you want to be using these things, and it's very similar to an insulin pen, like a Humalog pen that I used to use when I was first diagnosed. But I didn't know how to change out the cartridge my first time, and so I had to look it up on YouTube, and so I'm making a YouTube video. So what's up? The interesting thing I want to note about these things that InPen could really improve upon is there's no way to tell when it's actually going to end. So you can see there, hopefully. This is an empty cartridge. You can see that red line. So it's kind of a guessing game where we have this red line. It's like, okay, there's probably maybe 5 units left, but here's the thing. This one ran out halfway through a breakfast dose. So I had to go figure out how to change the cartridge real quick, go change it, and then go deliver the rest of my dose with the new cartridge. So, InPen, if you're listening, I would love to have that feature added somehow. But outside of that awesome little tool we have. And so what I want to show you first off is that red line, right there, is how you know when the insulin's going to run out. That's the only indicator you have, so you kind of have to eyeball it. But when the time does come, very simple to take this out. So what you're gonna do, you have the InPen here, right? Mine's blue. Take off the cap, chuck it, just kidding, put it somewhere safe. You have your cartridge, everything. Now this one's not empty, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this for you guys. Hopefully it doesn't mess it up. You're going to twist tiny bit, and then it comes across, or it comes out. Check that out. So this is the plunger. So when we do that, this is getting pushed through. And this is your insulin cartridge inside of a plastic container. See that? So now we're back to like the other one looks like. As you can see, I have a lot of insulin left in there, well, a decent amount. So we're gonna keep that in there. But if I were to change it out, I would come over here, I would grab my other one, right? And we'll just pretend, I'll switch it out for you guys. We'll pretend that the empty one is my new cartridge. What I would do, slip it in there. I would rewind this. So here's what you do. You grab the plunger, you grab the other end and you twist it all the way till it's back up in here, okay? Make that focus. There you go. So grab this and grab this. This is the plunger sides, you grab them, twist it all the way back in so it's right in there. Then, when it's all the way back in, you put them back together and then twist until you hear a click. You guys hear that? All right, cool. Then you're going to have to prime it. That is key. Almost didn't prime it my first time. Priming means that plunger needs to catch up with where the insulin thing is. Obviously, I'm great at terminology, right? So, see this piece right here? That rubber piece in there? That's pushing the insulin out of the needle into you. So what needs to happen is the plunger, I'm gonna take these apart so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Weep. All right, so, whoop, just dropped it, oh well. This plunger needs to match up with this plunger, and see, it's gonna push it, push it, push it, push it, and see how it kind of lines up. It's gonna keep pushing, and that's how insulin gets into your body. This thing pushes the rubber stopper, which pushes insulin through the needle. So, you have to prime this by doing little mini doses. I do 2 units at a time, and until it catches up and insulin squirts out the top, then it's not matched up, so you have to make sure that happens. So, I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. So we have these pieces, right? We slip the insulin, the new cartridge, in there. We put this together, wait for the click. There we go. And what you're gonna do is grab your needle, fresh needle, gonna put it on top there. And some insulin needles might be different depending on Humalog versus Novolog. I think there's another option out there. What you would do is take this off, so it's just the needle, and you're gonna prime, right? I'll just do it. It's gonna read this as a dose, I'll explain that in a second. So, watch this. 1, 2, and we've got insulin. Oh, come on, focus, focus. Focus, camera. There we go. See some insulin there? Yeah, you do. So now what I'm gonna have to do, I'm dropping everything, is you're gonna have to go into the app that you are connected to via Bluetooth and tell the app that was a prime and not a dose. Here's why it gets tricky, and you should be aware of that. If you do a bunch of those in a row, because the first time you change your cartridge, you're gonna have to push through like 5 to 10 units until the plungers connect, right? Those could be counted as doses if you're not careful, and it's gonna tell you you have 10 units of insulin on board, and you're like, but I didn't give any insulin yet. That's where it gets confusing if you don't know what you're doing. So, I'm gonna explain this to you. When you go into the app, you go into your logbook, you tap on that delivery, and you say, hey, this was a prime, not a dose. And it goes, oh, okay, cool. Problem solved. So if you let the app know those were primes, you were just trying to get the insulin out, then you're all good to go. And then anytime you give a dose, make sure it registers as a dose, which it will automatically. Now this thing's pretty darn smart. If you prime before an injection, it automatically counts it as a prime. If it's like you prime a unit and then you give 8 units, it's like, oh, the unit before must have been a prime because they gave a second dose of 8 units. It's pretty sweet. So that is how you change a cartridge on your InPen. And I'll do a full review later on, but it's pretty sweet. That's how you change the cartridge piece and make sure insulin's coming out the needle. It's pretty much it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are looking for any form of diabetic help, if you're a type 1 diabetic looking for health coaching, fitness coaching, looking for the formula to success, then go ahead and check out ftfwarrior.com. We've got journals and programs and coaching, and it is the best chance you have at running this thing on autopilot. Have a great day, guys, and keep up the fight.